advantage of this game. Our first assistant referee, Cheslin Adams, as well as Ashley Skinner, will be assisting her as the ARs. And it's been a slow start to this game thus far. But of course, we can expect lots of action. Of course, UWC, they've managed to score 18 goals in this competition already. TUT 28. So two sides that know how to score goals. As now TUT looking to launch it upfield. They try and get a long ball up. And it's dealt with there by the UWC goalkeeper, who looks for a little bit of space. Decides to pick it up at the end of the day. It does the number 20 in Tandega Ngobo. Out wide it goes. Runs out of a little bit of space. She won't be happy with that one, will Tandega. As now looking to get it in field. Slow start to this game, of course. Into the box, cleared away, off a thigh it goes. And TUT will have another opportunity to try and launch this attack. Keeps it nice and tight. Can they get it into the box? And this will be a corner. An opportunity now for TUT to strike the attack for these ladies. And a good opportunity, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. TUT 28 goals in this competition already in the 20 games, so they're not scared of finding the back of the net. UWC 16 games played. They've managed to score 18, so hopefully high scoring as TUT into the box. Manages to get a head onto it. Good save, and it's the first goal of the game. Lovely work there into the back of the net. They make use of that second phase play. And TUT straight away onto the scoreboard. 7 minutes into this game. And that's how you want to start if you're a top 5 team traveling all the way from Pretoria. They put it into the back of the net and manage to beat goalkeeper Tandega Ngobo for the first time in this game. It's brilliant work from TUT. And that's exactly what they'll be looking to do. Nice and early in this game, and now it's all up to UWC to try and get themselves back into this one. They look to get it upfield. The chase is on, but unfortunately won't manage to get onto the end of that one. But it will be a corner. It looks like there's been a last touch there off the defender of the Pretoria ladies. And can TUT get themselves straight back into this one? An early goal. Or UWC rather, an early goal here from TUT. The ladies from Cape Town, the home side. Into the box it goes. It's a dangerous ball. Goalkeeper comes out. Unfortunately unable to get onto the end of that one. She tries to clear her lines. It's a little bit shaky at the moment. And now an opportunity to go forward here through Mugano. Touch in midfield. They're knocking it around a little bit at the moment, or TUT. Just trying to find a little bit of space. Look for the through ball, and it's a good little touch there. Unfortunately, Kanya Klesi doesn't quite manage to get that one into her control. It's a lovely little bit of skills. And UWC with everything to do. They need to get forward. Unfortunately under pressure at the moment as they get into the box. Ball across the face of goals. And just a little bit too much that time round for Mugano to get her head onto the end of that one. But it's looking really good at the moment from the 5th place side on the log. They've scored 28 goals already. They've conceded 20, a really high goals against here for TUT. But nonetheless, they love to go forward as UWC now. Good touch there from Ndlovu. Onto the boot, out it goes, and TUT now with an opportunity to go forward once more. And it will indeed be their number 26, Poshoko, on the ball, trying to go forward. It's a turnover now from Mhlongo. Trying to get ball upfield. Good touch in the middle of the park. Lovely little bit of skill there from Mamabalo. In the middle of the park, trying to get some passes together now, or UWC. Thinks about the long ball. The turnovers there for TUT, the side in the lead at the moment, as the ladies in blue and red lose out in possession. And now here goes the home side, driving forward and tries to get it across the face of goal, but only manages to get a corner. As Manengela makes her way out to the corner spot, she'll want to put some quality into the box. Opportunity now. This is what they need. They need to get themselves into the game. Manengela goes short onto the head. Good clearance. Manages to find another blue shirt. As dispossessed that time from Magama. And the referee this time round deciding that that one will go in the direction of the travelling side. As Landi Sogaya, the referee for this encounter, gives ball back to the home side, and it's an opportunity now to get ball into the box. It looks like Mhlongo will try and get this in behind the defense. Mhlongo with the pass. It's lovely defense. Back on it now is Mhlongo, trying to get a couple of touches together. As TUT trying to drive forward. Lovely touch. Gets it in for Mogano. Good touches, trying to get upfield. They need to clear their lines, and that's exactly what they do this time round. That's trouble now. Puts it onto the head, and that's a lovely little bit of defense there from their number 15, Estandu. Just puts it onto the head, gets it out to a goalkeeper, and gets a little bit of safety. Onto the hand it goes, and ball now for TUT. But it looks like she's in a little bit of trouble there. Just managed to stand on her own foot there. And TUT in control at the moment, and they'll be enjoying this wall, the away side. A good early goal in this game. And that's exactly what they would have needed to get the nerves down. As now TUT into the box, looking to find a head. It's a lovely defensive clearance. Puts it on the boot, and well dealt with there from goalkeeper. Just managing to deal with that one. Looks like Ngobo there, who's got ball on foot. Clears her line, does the number 20, Tandego Ngobo. Lovely touch that time round from Chelsea Daniels. The chase is on now, and a shot! Just over the top of the goals. And UWC starting to find their own in this game. It all started off that time round with Chelsea Daniels, who got upfield and created a bit of space for her side. But now, TUT, upfield it goes. Lovely touch in the middle of the park. But unfortunately, it will have to go all the way back. Form guide for these two sides. TUT winning 2 in their last 5 games, drawing 2, and just losing the one there to UJ at home. It's been a good build-up for the ladies from Pretoria. Unfortunately, managing to lose out to their Gauteng rivals. UWC drawing 3, losing 1, and winning 1 against First Touch there at home. They've had plenty of games at home, have UWC, playing their last one away to Richmond United. It was a 1-1 draw in that encounter, as UWC looking to charge forward once again there through Maloro. Good touch. Upfield they go, trying to find Ndlovu that time round. Doesn't find her, but still in possession now are the ladies in yellow. They find their skipper, trying to drive forward. Ufigile Magama doesn't quite manage to get a hold of this one. Good skills inside the box. Puts it on now, it doesn't Ndlovu. And she's been tripped up just outside the penalty area. And I'll tell you what, Kutso Magano will be really happy about that one. She wouldn't want to give away a penalty inside the area. And Kutso Mugano that time round just tripping up the attacker. But this is a really good position here for UWC. And what can they do? Lines it up now. Does Undumiso Manengela. Into the wall. Tries again. That's a lovely ball. There's numbers on the back. And just puts it over the top. UWC trying to get themselves back into this game. It's a lovely header there on the far post. But unfortunately, just not managing to keep it down. And TUT will be counting their blessings. They've conceded 20 goals in the last 20 games, so they're susceptible at the back there. They haven't managed to keep a clean sheet in the last 5 games, so it will be important. They've got themselves an early lead. How do they stay in this game for as long as possible right here at UWC Sport? Just having a look forward as how they can try and get forward in this game. Lovely turn. They've had the better of the possession at the moment, have the ladies in yellow. Trying to get forward. Here we go on the right-hand side. A no-nonsense clearance that time round from TUT. And they'll be starting to feel the pressure, will the home side. They've been under pressure for the last couple of minutes. And it's going to be important in this Hollywoodbets Super League 2025 edition. How can they get themselves back into this game as lack of the bounce and unfortunately just the push in the back there. Chelsea Daniels, she thought she was right through once again there, did the right forward. Unfortunately not is the call from the referee. As TUT looking to go forward. They've got the 1 goal advantage at the moment. They'll be more than happy with that, the travelling side. But of course, how can they get themselves back into it? In trying to get into the box, no avail. Clearance is good. Over the top, tries to hit a Tsipa. Doesn't quite manage. Into the middle of the park. She needs to just hold on to this one. Managing to get through a couple of defenders and wins herself a free kick. And this is in a really good position. UWC are going to have to be really careful here. TUT will want to get this one into the box. Get some quality onto the end of it. And can they extend their lead? They'll want to go 2 goals up early on in this game. In the box now, Kutso Mugano, as well as their number 33, Kanyi Klesa. Just doesn't quite manage to get enough onto that one. It's going to be important now for UWC to make sure that they stay in this game for as long as possible. Into the middle of the park, TUT trying to get forward, manages to get it out to the right wing. Mogano, unfortunately not managing to bring that one under control as Ndlovu decides to go back and they clear their lines. No nonsense clearance. Manages to find who else but Chelsea Daniels. Going forward now at UWC, and unfortunately a little bit too much. They're starting to find some momentum. Chelsea Daniels, a really important striker for UWC in this game. And she'll want to be an even further threat. She'll want to get herself upfield. As TUT upfield into the middle of the park, puts it onto the boot, and it's Daniels. Manages to get one through. Into the box they go. Just trying to find a little bit of space, but might have been better off being a little bit greedier in that situation. as the clearance comes in from the centre-back position. And now it's an opportunity for Kles to try and get herself forward. The centre forward, number 33 on her back, will want to get herself onto the scoreboard. Upfield we go, down the right-hand side, just trying to find the number 21 in Mogano that time round. Lovely touch. Gets it down, through it goes, and tries the goalkeeper out. But unsuccessful in this occasion. Doesn't quite manage to find Ngobo off guard. Tandega Ngobo would have decided that she has that one under control. Just trying to find some space. The foot race is on now. It's Daniels once again up to the task. But she won't quite manage to get onto the hold of that one. Does well, does Tando Sitole in goals today. The number 20, it's 20 on 20 inside the goalposts. Will be important for both of these two goalkeepers to try and keep their goals clear of any attackers. Now, skipper for the day from UWC, Ufikile Magama, tries to get ball forward. Can see a couple of warm-ups happening up on the far side there, just keeping the players nice and sharp. You never know when you need to make your way onto the park as Magama. Lovely throw. The captain beats one, beats two, beats a third, and into the box. There's space here. And Chelsea Daniels just doesn't manage to put it onto that right boot. She would have seen her name and lights here in the Hollywoodbets Super League. But just trying to take it onto that right boot. Doesn't quite manage. And that's a good chance that goes a-begging for the 12th place side in this league. As they try and go forward once again now through Ndlovu. Ndlovu with a ball into the box, but it's well dealt with there from Sitole. She clears it out with the left boot, tries to launch an attack. Lovely strength. Puts it onto the boot, onto the chest it goes, and all the way back. Lovely work there from the centre back. Just not quite managing to get the flow going at the moment. They've had the best of the possession, have UWC. Just not managing to put it into the back of the net, and of course that's all that matters in this game. Lovely skills. Looks like Ndlovu onto the inside. Across the face. Helter-skelter at the back, but no-nonsense clearance once again there from TUT. Deciding they don't want to play that game. They get it all the way up this time round to Tsegofatso Motlogelwa. It's good work here from TUT. It's important if they can maintain this clean sheet. A little bit of contact on the far side there. Good sportsmanship from the two ladies, helping each other on the way up. Upfield it goes into the middle of the park. Tries to steal it away. A couple of 1-2s. Go forward ball. That's what they'll be looking to do. It's good interplay here as Ndlovu. Puts it onto the boot, and lovely one-touch soccer here. Ndlovu manages to steal it. She's got Daniels in the middle. Plays it across the face. Unfortunately, only manages to find a defender, but they've still got an opportunity. As now Mamabalo tries to see what she can do with it. All the way back. There's plenty of space in the middle of the park now for number 22, Mhlongo. Good touch. And the clearance even better as UWC onto the head of Daniels. They're trying, they really are trying at the moment, are UWC. They need to get themselves back into the game. But unfortunately, not as easy as they would like to be. It's Ndlovu and Daniels who have been really good in this game so far, it must be said. But they're finding it difficult to get through Buthelezi. The number 19 for this TUT side will want to keep a clean sheet for her troops. As we see Daniels on the floor. And UWC, they won't be too happy with this. Daniels has been good in this game already. And it looks like the medics will have to make their way onto the park. And if you've just joined us, 1-0 is the score. TUT, the side that find themselves 5th on the log at the moment, playing UWC at their home turf. Find themselves in 12th. 1-0 is the score when TUT would want to add to their goal tally. They've managed to score 28 goals in the last 20 games for their side. UWC only managing to score the 28 goals, or 18 goals rather, in 16 games. So two sides who have the ability to score goals will be looking to add to the scoreboard. Chelsea Daniels seems to made her way onto her feet. Unfortunately, TUT might be forced into a substitution here early on in the game. As our referee for proceedings, Landi Sogaya, gets us back underway. Back into the action we go. 1-0 is the score. TUT up. Lovely pass. Tries to beat a defender. Gets taken down. And this is in a really good position now, as they try and hit their strikers. Mogano Klesi as well as Mutlekhelwa will be looking to get on to the end of this one. Of course, Thandeka Ngcobo. Can she keep it out? Here we go, into the box. They've got the numbers advantage to UWC, and they want to get it out, and tries to attack that near post, unsuccessful. And they'll just watch that one roll its way out for a goal kick, will UWC. As Thandeka Ngcobo plays it nice and short. Thinks about playing it out to her captain that time in Magama, but decides against it. Upfield they go, and there we go, it's the skipper. Magama doesn't quite manage to get onto the end of that one, but she's been busy at the moment as the skipper, the number 13 for the side. Directing traffic, as you can see there in the middle of the park. And of course, Fikile Magama trying to get her side out of that relegation zone. As once again, Daniels out to the goalkeeper and poses no threat this time round. Well, it's been a good start to this game here for UWC. Unfortunately, they find themselves trailing in the game. They won't be too happy with that. They've had a vast majority of the possession. Good touch. Tries to go forward. Lovely little dink. That time gets it out to Klesi. Turns back. Upfield it goes. TUT, they're not scared to lose out on possession at the moment. They find themselves 1-0 up in this game. They want to get it forward, and that's a lovely touch. Out to Daniels. Flicks it forward. Nobody home, unfortunately. Mamabolo. Lovely touch from the number 6. Tries to get herself out of trouble. She's got good footwork, does the number 6. As they try and get it forward once again. The number 2, Mhlongo, who's been good in this game already. Into the box, and Daniels tries to offer a threat. Doesn't quite get on to the end of it. And now the skipper, Magama, to Daniels. No nonsense clearance offered there from TUT. There's a lovely touch there from Mhlongo. They've had a majority of the possession here. Have the ladies from Cape Town. But unfortunately just not able to put anything into the back of the net. And there we go. A free kick is given. Every time they feel like they can get forward, unfortunately the ladies in yellow just not quite managing to put together the passes they need to. Upfield as goes. They want to play it inside the half of UWC at the moment as driving. Looks like Boshimani. Lovely touch. She needs to try and clear her lines. That's exactly what they do. It's a foot race now when Magama, the skipper, has to show her strength, and that's exactly what she does. Plays it quickly to Ndlovu. Lovely turn. She's got skills, does the number 7. Goes forward, and unfortunately, the free kick awarded this time round to TUT's number 26, Poshoko, who managed to make herself big, get in the way of that one, and force the free kick in her side's favor. Poshoko will be the one who takes the free kick as well. Upfield it goes. Can she find a blue shirt? Unfortunately not. Only manages to find what looks like Mhlongo in the middle of the park. Good touch. Into the back. Trying to get some go forward ball. Doesn't quite manage to find Magano. As Magama tries to charge forward. She's fouled on the left-hand flank. She can be really dangerous, as we see referee Gaia just having a word this time round to Magano. Cut it out will be the call from the referee, Landi Sogaya. He's taken control over this game. He's done it well so far. 33 minutes into the game, as into the box for Daniels, and an opportunity from behind, but high risk, high reward. Mama Barlow doesn't quite manage to get enough onto the end of that one. Magama goes long, looks for Daniels, shows her strength. Does Chelsea Daniels into the middle of the box, and it's a lovely header. Just managing to clear their lines and tries the shot, but just a little bit too much there from UWC. But it's been the UWC show here at the UWC Stadium, and they just need to try and get themselves onto the scoreboard. Lovely touch, no nonsense at that time round from Boshimani. Just trying to find themselves at the moment, the home side. They've been good in this game, but execution just hasn't been there. On the head, trying to find some yellow shirts. Manages to come into the possession of TUT. Lovely turn, trying to get some go forward, unsuccessful. They might try this the second time round, but an exuberant slide tackle. Boshimani tries to drive forward, but unfortunately doesn't quite manage to find her flanker. It's important here for these two sides to try and get themselves even further on the scoreboard. One 0 is not much at the moment in this game as Manangela chases to the tackle. Thinks about getting it to Tlesi. Upfield it goes and just tries to find Mogano. Good turn. Even better defense there from the skipper in Magama, who gets it back. Unfortunately, the 1-2 just not on. It's good football here at the moment. Into the middle of the park. Shows her strength as Tlesi. Daniels brings it down in Didier Drogba-esque style. Out wide they go, trying to find a little bit of space. Does Pabaloche. Opportunity now into the box, and it's dealt with there from Tando Sitole. She's at safe hands here as the goalkeeper. Hasn't been phased by too much. Just the one goal going past Ngobo. As Ndlovu tries to chase it down. Good strength. Drives forward and now does Mogano. Beats a couple. Tries to turn onto the inside. Doesn't quite manage. And turned over there. Mamabalo managing to get on the end of that one. Good head there from Chelsea. 1-2 football here. Spectacular. A bit of champagne football. As UWC once again looking to get upfield here through their number 11 in Maloro. They just need to be better at executing here, do the ladies in yellow. They've been good so far in this game. And just unfortunately not able to execute. Ndlovu finds Mamabolo. Out to Ndlovu again, who can be a real threat here. Into the box, tries to find a yellow shirt, but no nonsense clearance. Mamabolo taken to ground there. It's a little bit soft there from referee Gaia. But nonetheless, he saw what he needed to see. Taken to ground is the small number 6. An opportunity now for Ndlovu. Nombifikile Ndlovu will try and get this one into the box. Lines it up. Will she try to test the keeper, or will she try and get it onto the end of a yellow shirt? Ndlovu, that's a lovely ball, and goalkeeper comes out. Double-fisted as tries to get it into the back of the net. And it will go out for a corner kick. And UWC once again really threatening here at the moment. Corner kick into the box. Gets up. Can anyone get onto the end of it? It's well defended. They're appealing for a penalty kick, but they'll get absolutely nothing here from referee Gaia. It's been good so far for these two sides. Unfortunately, the score sitting at 1-0. We haven't seen as many goals as we would have wanted as Ndlovu puts it into the box. Once again, defending without any nonsense. And just trying to be an absolute nuisance here at the moment, our TUT. Trying to do everything they can to stop the UWC attack. It's looked good so far. "1-0 is the score. 40 minutes into this game as TUT trying to go forward. Unsuccessful. And once again, it's UWC who have had so much of the possession. Trying to get back into this game. They trail by 1 at the moment. Really aggressive there, says the referee Gaia. And can they get that 2-goal lead? That's exactly what TUT would want. They haven't had too much of the possession. But they're on the ball now, and they'll be looking to get it into that final third. Lovely touch into the box, and opportunity here. Makes herself really big that time round. Does the goalkeeper Thandeka Ngcobo, who's up to the task this time. It was a lovely break on the left-hand side. Looked like Mutlagelwa, who managed to get herself into a good position, but doesn't quite manage to execute. It's a lovely touch. Upfield it goes. Daniels only puts it back into the path of what looks like number 23 there. Nzolo. Lovely ball. Into the box they go. Takes the shot. And just out wide to the right of the goalkeeper. And you can see Klesi. She was in a good position. She thought that was the one. Unfortunately, just driving it out to the right-hand side of Thandeka Ngcobo. But good signs here from TUT. Just trying to state their dominance on this game at the moment. Here we go, lovely fake. Tries to get it out, doesn't Jolo. Loses out in the middle of the park. You don't want your midfielder losing out on ball there. There's now opportunity now for the skipper Magama to try and get ball forward, and Lovu in an advanced position downfield trying to fetch the ball as Daniels. Lovely ball finds Maloro. All the way out wide onto the head and tries to clear it away at that time round, and she might have just injured herself here, did Estando. Well, I hope she's alright here, Ndo. She tried to put that one onto the volley, doesn't quite manage. As we can see her skipper in the number 5 jumper making her way back. It's Ntonana. Ntwana hasn't had too much to do in this game. The skipper, the number 5 in blue and red. And there we go. We're going to need the stretcher. Just try to catch that one on the volley. Didn't quite manage to do so and managed to hurt herself in the process. As Njolo, number 23, looks on. And there you can see the medics, bottom of screen, making their way onto the park. The UWC ladies will be talking to see how can they get themselves back into this game. 1-0 is the score. They're not too far off at the moment. But they'll want to go into the half-time break. Level peggings. Mano y mano. Early goal in this game for a TUT. And that's what got them into the commanding of the two positions at the moment. But of course, a lot can happen in 45 minutes. You can see a couple of hands on knees there. It's been a long season thus far. Of course, it's match number 190. 16 teams in this league. And it will be important for these sides to make sure that they finish off strong. They find themselves playing 20 of their 32 games here at TUT. UWC have only played 16 of their 32. They're at their halfway mark. So still plenty of football to go, as now the skipper, Magama, beats one. Tries to beat two, puts it onto the right foot. And right into the goalkeeper's path. It's a lovely strike there from the natural left footer. She puts it onto the right foot, but unfortunately doesn't quite manage to get that one away. Lovely turn, Tenawena decides to go forward, and Ndlovu thought she was in the gap as Mamabolo looks to apply some pressure. And UWC have really looked like the better of the two sides at the moment, but they're just struggling to get themselves onto the scoreboard as Magama puts it onto the right boot. That's in the box. That's a really good position. Daniels. Lovely no-nonsense defense as Mhlongo. Another injury in the middle of the park. Daniels calling for it. Oh, and the referee having absolutely none of it. Wow, wow, wow. UWC in possession. The TUT defender going to ground. And referee Gaia stops play in a really good position here for UWC. And they won't be particularly happy with this one. We see a little bit of a break here as we try and get the medics onto the park. Just a little bit of a break here as we see the medics attending to the defender. It'll be interesting to see referee Gaia bringing it to a standstill. Wow, looks a little bit more serious than we first thought it might be. And I think the substitutes will be warming up on the side there. You can see bottom left of your screen. A couple of substitutes just getting ready. I think the stretcher might have to make its way onto the park. We've seen it already in this game. And there it goes. Hopefully a speedy recovery there from the TUT centre back. Kadimeng and Nzolo making their way back onto the park. It'll be interesting to see who the substitute is. They'll have to play with 10 ladies for now, will TUT, and try their best to defend their lines. Into the box it goes. It's a tasty ball. And just out wide, but it will be a corner. Another opportunity here for UWC to get onto the scoreboard. They're committing numbers forward now. All the home side. In it goes. Tries to find a yellow shirt, and they'll have to do well to clear this one. No nonsense defense, but it will be a foot race to the ball. Oh, it's back into the middle of the park and right into the path of the goalkeeper. It's a mistake at the back there from the defender. But Tande Ngobo, safe as houses inside the 6-yard area. As Daniels. Lovely defensive work there once again there from TUT. Onto the boot it goes there from Sitole. Manages to find Morgano, who's been quiet in the last couple of minutes. She's been electrifying to start, and she's got to deal with Magama that time round. As go forward, and now from the skipper Ntonani. Into the middle, she finds a bit of space. Can they go forward? All legal. As Mamabolo loses out on possession. It's a lovely take there in the middle of the park. Can they get one just to close up proceedings here? Trying to get go forward just not quite managing. And that will be all she wrote for the first 45 minutes of this game. It sees TUT in a commanding position. 1-0 are the side all the way from Pretoria up against UWC. The side from Cape Town not quite managing to hold their advantage at home. But of course, don't go too far away. There's still plenty of football on our cards. 45 minutes to come right after the break. Don't go too far away. We'll be back in a little bit. Back to the action. It's the Hollywoodbets Super League right here, and the ladies, it's going head to head. We can see a substitution being made there. Of course, the number 14 of Nkumbule making her way onto the park for number 19 Buthelezi, who managed to cop an injury in the first half. And of course, it's going to be important that she gets to the game as quickly as possible. Yeah, she gets the speed of the game as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, that injury to Buthelezi, trying to catch the ball on the volley, she wasn't quite able to do that, and she finds herself injured, or hopefully a speedy recovery. As Ndlovu gets us back underway, gets it to Daniels, who's been good so far in this game. Confirmation of the score there. UWC find themselves trailing this game at home 1-0, but of course anything can happen in the next 45 minutes as Mutlogelwa tries to get it upfield back into the middle of the park for Njoho. Lovely ball, good touch there from Mogano, trying to get it out wide, and the skipper Magama just manages to see that one off to the baseline. Of course, a really good start here to this game by TUT. They managed to score a goal really early on in this game, and now they're trying to find their feet, or the ladies are from Pretoria. As we see go forward once again here from TUT. It's a lovely break down this left-hand side. It was Nkadi Meng that time round who thought that she might have found a little bit of space. Luckily, it was Simaile who came to the party just in time. As Chela, Babalo Chela, tries to work it down this right-hand side, and where's Mr. Gaia off to? It seems to be an injury. Might it be to the goalkeeper Ntando Sitole? Well, we'll find out in a little bit. As we see here, some tired players on the park. Chela on the ball at the moment. She'll be looking to get this one upfield as quickly as possible. And there you see it. It looks like Tando Sitole, who finds herself on the ground. A little bit of an injury early on in this game. Of course, her substitute on the bench will be ready to make her way onto the park. I'm just trying to have a look at who that substitute goalkeeper might be. And, well, they might find themselves in a situation, I'll tell you what. Worrying signs. Yeah, of course, a warm day in Cape Town, beautiful day in Cape Town. But, of course, the quality of football and the intensity of football that's being played at this level, the premier level of this competition, maybe just getting to the players at the moment. Well, she seems to have made her way back onto her feet. Has Tando Sitole. And hopefully she'll be all right to play the rest of this game out. I'm having a look at the team sheet, and I don't quite see a substitute goalkeeper on the park. So it will be interesting to see. She needs to make sure that she stays on the field for as long as possible, does the number 20, as Chela gets us back underway. This time round out to Mutlogelwa, who just puts it over the baseline. She thought that there was a pass on forward, but wasn't quite able to find anyone. As we see Shakira O'Malley, the centre-back, who's trying to keep a clean sheet in this game. They've conceded one already, have UWC, but it's been the all UWC show so far. The 12th ranked side in this competition thus far find themselves trailing to the 5th ranked side. And they need to try and get themselves back into the competition. And what better way through their forward and Chelsea Daniels. Out into the middle of the park they go, just trying to find a little bit of space. It's a little bit clattered there in that center circles as Mamabolo gets it out to Daniels. Onto the thigh it goes. They're going to be under a little bit of pressure as Klesi chases up in the box. She makes a nuisance of herself, but luckily O'Malley gets to that one and manages to clear her line. Oh, Shakira O'Malley, she's been solid so far as the number 28. Trying to make sure that nothing comes down her center channel. It's going to be important for her side for them to keep it back in this game as Mamabalo manages to find the connection. Clearance it goes as Daniels comes deep into the position. A big tackle being put on there. And now TUT have an opportunity to go forward. Trying to clear their lines. It's a little bit helter-skelter. And once again, Shakira O'Malley manages to come to the fore. As we see now that ball might still have been on there for TUT. But they are still in possession. Lovely athletics track around the ground here at the UWC Stadium. Right here in the Hollywoodbets Super League. Number 5 plays and number 12 as Chela tries to get it into the box. They'll manage to get a corner. And this is a threatening position here from the travelling side, who will want to extend this lead even further. Who's it going to be? A couple of forwards who want to get themselves onto that scoreboard. Mutakhelu as well as Klesi as well as Magano. Into the box it goes, and they thought that they might threaten the goal of Ngobo. But unfortunately wasn't to be, just curling out a little bit too strong. Well, what can we get here? Lovely touch. Takes it out wide this time round for Simaile. Trying to drive forward. There's another injury in the middle of the park. Zimhlongo drives it forward, finds Mamabolo. All the way up now. The skipper just not giving it the pass enough there. Magama, you can see her with that headband. She's been good in this game. As Mamabolo tries to make a nuisance of herself. Unfortunately isn't to be. Well, they're trying to get themselves out upfield here at the moment. Just not managing as Mhlongo finds the pass, and a free kick will be awarded here to UWC in a precarious position here. Can UWC get it into the box and create a little bit of problems here for TUT? Of course, TUT, who have defended well all season long. They've only conceded 20 goals in their 20 games. 1 goal a game. Is that going to be the 1 goal that UWC need in this encounter? In it goes. It's a lovely ball to the back post. Tries to get it back across the face of goal, does Maloro. But unfortunately can't quite steer that one in the right direction. And once again, coming into this game, they've been on the front foot here, have the ladies in yellow. As Chela tries her best just to keep herself strong in that situation. Upfield it goes. Puts it onto the boot. No nonsense clearance that time round from Njolo. Who will it be? Will it be TUT who manage it to get themselves even further in the lead? Or will it be UWC? It's the battle of the 2 university sides. Mamabolo. Lovely work. Nice and tight footwork. Just trying to find spaces in behind the defense at the moment are both of these sides, but nothing available as Nkadimeng Gets it out wide to Chela. Chela loses out this time round to Maloro. Up to Daniels. Daniels trying to hold it up. She's been good at that in this game already. Trying to find the ball through, unsuccessfully so, as Ntwane only manages to get it into goalkeeper Ngobo. O'Malley into the middle of the park. Is that a good ball for Ndlovu, who finds her skipper in Magama? Unfortunately, the pace just not on there for the left back. And what do we have here? Might just be our first yellow card of the game, it might look like, or rather substitution. Number 24 making her way off at the park, and it does indeed looks like Chelsea Daniels making her way off the park, as well as the number 9, as number 18 makes her way onto the park. 18 and 9 make their way onto the park here for the UWC side. Important to keep the legs nice and fresh in this game. And for UWC, it looks like Majambani has made her way. Njambani has made her way onto the park, donning the number 18 jersey. And of course, in the number 9, Mkwanazi has made her way onto the park as well. Looking to add some impact onto this game as TUT now looking to charge forward. It's lovely defense there at the back by Simaile, who does well to get to that one first. What can they do here? Some fresh legs on here. Chelsea Daniels was fantastic, the number 24, who makes her way off the park here for UWC. She's replaced by Mjwambane, the number 18 up top. And of course, Mkwanazi, the number 9, will be looking to add her flavor into this game as well. As TUT, at the moment, they've got Nkambule, the number 14, on the park. She replaced Mhlakazi a little bit earlier after that early injury in her game. Into the box. Defender decides to clear it. No nonsense. It's a lovely touch. Tries to go forward. Doesn't quite come out with it, does Njamban. Upfield, on the chest it goes, and Chela tries to steal it. Good strength being shown here by the ladies, as driving forward once more does Maloro. And she manages to win her side a free kick here in a good position. Just showing her strength and power that time round. Good position here. It looks like the right half in Simaile will be on the ball. And what do we have here? Just a little bit of a talking to, or rather a substitution to be made here from a UWC. They not scared to ring that bench. They need some flavor on the park here. They need somebody to just change the game up. Looks like there might be a little bit of blood there. That's a lovely ball into the box. Takes it out wide. Ndlovu just gets a little bit of a blood injury. They'll be disappointed by that. She's been really exciting in this game so far, has the left winger. If anyone's going to bring something to the game, it does look like Ndombefigile Ndlovu might be the one to do it. But here they go, UWC once again still charging forward. Maloro in possession, into the box, and an opportunity there on the near post. Just can't quite manage to get that one on target. Njambami manages to get her head onto the end of that one, but can't quite steer it into the box. And that's what we spoke about, the substitutions making a difference in this game. Njambami just misses out on the near post as Maloro tries to attack that right-hand side once again. That's a lovely touch back in field by Mutlagelwa, as Simaile drives forward, and the free kick goes in the direction of TUT. You can see the disappointment and frustration there from UWC. They can feel like the better of the two sides at the moment, but they need to get ball into the goal. "30 minutes left in this game. One goal is all that separates these two sides, and it looks like Maloro, who's made away off the park, the right winger, just being treated by the medics. And they'll hope she makes her way back onto the park quickly. Maloro and Ndlovu, the two wingers, have been exciting in this game so far. Chelsea Daniels as well, who's found herself substituted and on the bench. She looked like she might just get herself a goal. Unfortunately, isn't to be. As that one. Don't think that was the idea, but it's ended up working out as the through ball. Ndlovu back on the park, trying to create some trouble. Mhlakazi gets it upfield. Out on the side. What can they do in these last 30 minutes? UWC need to use all of that possession. They need to create some trouble here for TUT. TUT, the side from Pretoria that managed to get themselves an early goal, find themselves in the driver's seat. But it has been the UWC show. As once again, UWC in possession. Lovely ball, only manages to find Chela. Upfield, there's a lot of space down that right-hand side, and this is the opportunity now through Mogano. Tries to beat the skipper and doesn't quite manage. The number 21 from TUT, Mogano, has had a good opportunity there. Unfortunately, Figile Magama makes herself big, gets herself in the way, and shows some leadership at the back. First touch is not great, and this is an opportunity. We'll see what the call is here from referee Gaia. I think he's just decided that the tackle was a little bit reckless and deserves to be given back to UWC. It's Shakira O'Malley who clear her lines here. Upfield it goes. Tussle in the middle of the park, and it's managed to be won there from Njolo. Trying to go forward now is Magama, the skipper. Lovely ball. In for Maloro. Now this is an opportunity. Inside the box. Takes the snapshot. And managing to defend their lines this time to TUT. And you can see on the sideline, that was the opportunity that they needed. Unfortunately, the defenders managing to make themselves big and get in the way of that snapshot. A good opportunity from the side from the Western Cape. In the box. Clearance is good. They'll take another corner. Manengela will be the one who's giving the distribution. She changes up there. She's in the short position here. Maybe just trying a change of angle now, UWC. You can see Manangena on the near right-hand side here. Ndlovu. Ndlovu tries to get back up onto her feet. And they'll have another opportunity here, will UWC. They're running out of options at the moment. Ndlovu as well as Manangela. Ndlovu just hits the side netting, and that's an opportunity a waste. UWC have had a majority of the possession in this game, but they haven't had a majority of the goals. Just the one goal in this game coming from TUT. Tshwane University of Technology, of course it's called, going up against the University of the Western Cape. Two sides that might find each other going head-to-head in the varsity competition. But now they've got to deal with the Hollywoodbets Super League. Number 5 plays number 12. TUT in the number 5 position and UWC in the number 12. Points available and important for both of these two sides. Well, who's going to come out the better of the two sides here? It's UWC now. Good ball onto the chest. Tries to get it into an advanced position. Isn't going to bother the keeper this time round. Tando Sitole will be looking to hold a clean sheet in this game. She hasn't managed to hold a clean sheet in the last 5 games, conceding 5, 1, 2, 1 and 1 against their last 5 opposition. This will be a really good move here from TUT, conceding 20 goals in the last 20 games. 35 points they've managed to take. 10 wins, 5 draws and 5 losses. There's a confirmation of the scorecard, 1-0 to TUT. If they can manage this clean sheet to the rest of the game, that will secure them 3 more points as they try and get the ball forward up now to Njambame. Shot is on, clears their lines, and no-nonsense defensive clearance there from TUT. Taking absolutely no chances on the away side. And we'll have a substitution. Once again, just trying to keep the teams fresh are the 2 coaches at the moment. And it looks like a defensive clearance, defensive substitution as we get things back underway through the arms of Simaile. Free kick awarded now to UWC. Good work here from the refereeing team, of course led by Sandi Sogaya. There's an opportunity now for UWC to get this one into the box. Standing over the top of it is Manyengela. Manyengela has just been asked to take it from the right position, but she's got a swarm of yellow shirts there on the far post. Into the back post it goes, tries to get a head onto it. Doesn't quite manage as O'Malley. Trying to force something. What can they do here? UWC with 23 minutes left on the clock. They've had a majority of the possession. But is it going to be TUT that take a full house of points? Or will UWC manage to get back into this game and possibly even create an upset as the clearance comes from TUT? Helter-skelter in the box, but they're not scared to take a no-nonsense approach, are the ladies from Pretoria. And foul just outside the area. And this might well be our first yellow card of proceedings. And indeed it is. Yellow card being brandished there to the defense of TUT. And a free kick in a really good position. Claiming that she had absolutely nothing to do with that one. Of course, it looks like the skipper, Ndoani, who gets that yellow card. We'll get confirmation of that a little bit later. But doing what she had to do for her side. But a free kick in a really commanding position here for UWC. Ndlovu will look to give a quality inside the box. It's Ntombi Fikile Ndlovu. Good position. Takes the shot on! Ndlovu off the side of the post. And that's a really good shot there from the number 7. Deciding that she's going to take Tando Sitole on. But unfortunately not managing to get the dip in time. And it's Ntombi Fikile Ndlovu with one of the best opportunities of the game here for UWC. Unfortunately, the game stays at 1-0 for TUT as Ndlovu. Turns out she looks to have been hurt here. And we might see our second yellow card of the game. And TUT just need to be a little bit more disciplined here. They've got the 1-goal lead at the moment. And Ndlovu's looks so dangerous in this game. Finds herself on the ground, but she won't want to get off the park. Ah, well, there we go. Still in a lot of pain. There's Ndlovu. She thought that she got herself a goal. Unfortunately, just coming off the top of the upright. Oh, being tended to by the medics. You can see a concerned number 13 in the skipper Magama. Just having a look there. Of course, it's the Hollywoodbets Super League here, the Women's Premier League of this country, bringing to you some fantastic games. This is game number 190 right here at the UWC Stadium. And of course, a TUT find themselves 1 goal up in this encounter. As Shakira O'Malley puts that one, tries to get it into the box. A lovely flick on there. It's a little bit of a disaster. And she might have just thought of having the snapshot there, Maloro. Decides against it, an opportunity now to go forward. As they steal a little bit of ground. We see that so often in the modern game as Njambame can't quite get her foot onto the end of that one. Starting to get really physical at the moment, or TUT, and it's possible that that's why they find themselves in such a good position in the league. Really physical side that knows how to score goals. And UWC have been given possession. Coach is not happy about something bottom left of screen. Of course, he'll have to deal with the punches. His side is in the lead at the moment. As that time round, it's number 27, Simaile. He doesn't quite get the ball where she would want to. As TUT trying to charge forward. They haven't had too many opportunities. They haven't taken on Utandega Ngobo enough in this game. Something they'll be looking to do as they try and get in behind. In the box now, it's an opportunity now for Mutagelua, who tries to go across the face of goals. But it's O'Malley who does really well to get something on the way of that. And managing to preserve that 1 goal deficit at the moment, UWC. It's so important if they want to get themselves back into this game and onto the points. TUT trying to put this game away. Is this going to be the opportunity they needed? And a beautiful, beautiful Cape Town afternoon. Plenty of numbers on the far post. Goalkeeper makes herself big. And it's brilliant work there from Tandega Ngobu, who manages to get a big right palm onto the end of that one and make sure that it doesn't go to the far post. Mogano will be the one who has the honors of putting this one into the box. Kutso Mogano. She's been good at the moment for her side. You can see the skipper there, Ndoane. She's found herself on a yellow card at the moment of the game. She goes to the near post. Plenty of yellow shirts. Tries the shot, but only manages to come up short. Tandega Ngobu does well. And I'll tell you what, helter skelter at the moment. It's loose inside the box. Puts it on the chest, up into the air it goes. The captain will bring some calm back to this game, and Fikile Magama trying to go forward, dispossess Mogano once again. She's all over the park at the moment as the number 21 for TUT. As Mkwanazi surges forward, she's still in possession, looking for the right pass, and she finds Maloro, who just passes it in behind, but still in possession at the moment through Simaile. Tries to go in behind the right half in an advanced position, doesn't quite manage to find her pass. 1-2 on the cards here for UWC as Mkwanazi. She's added good value to this game at the moment as the number 9. As TUT just trying to clear their lines. It's UWC in possession. And they'll have the throw in a really good position here are UWC. And we'll see another change here. Trying to keep the legs as fresh as possible of both of these two sides. Add some impact. Yeah, there you can see number 14 making her way onto the park. And the number 14 in Nukala trying to add something, takes a shot, and just over the top. The coach will like that. Trying to see if the goalkeeper's still awake in this game. Lovely ball into the middle of the park. TUT in possession. They've been the stronger of the two sides, not in gameplay, but rather in physicality at the moment. Uzikona makes her way onto the park, trying to go forward. Where are the opportunities going to come? We just saw that one goal a little bit early on in this game. It's been all UWC, but the defense of TUT has been really good. That's a lovely little ball. 1-2 on the cards. Trying to get it forward now does the skipper Ntwane. Touch. Magama. Charging forward from that left half position. She's managed to find herself in the middle of the park. She's still on the ball as the skipper. And TUT need to try and clear their lines at the moment. Possession is good from Manengela. And just losing out at the right time did Manengela. And they're trying to win ball back, or UWC. Unfortunately, just not managing. Says yes, says no, all the way. And lovely work there once again from O'Malley. Both of these two sides at the moment just starting to run out of a plan. They're trying to get in behind the defenses of each other. So you see, lovely ball. Finds Maloro. Maloro trying to find a little bit of space. Unfortunately, unable to on that occasion. It's good defensive work here from UWC, who just can't seem to find the back of the net at the moment. Well, trouble here, trouble here. A couple of players finding themselves on the ground at the moment. It's been a long 78 minutes. It's been a long season as we enter the last 5 weeks of the season. And a lot of these players will be starting to feel a little bit of the pain. There comes the stretcher, and unfortunately down on the ground. Couple of injuries now for the TUT ladies. Of course, we saw Buthelezi making her way off the park a little bit earlier on in this game. She was replaced by Nkambule. But it's going to be important for the coach to keep their players fresh. They're in the competition for a top 4 spot at the moment, or the Tshwane University of Technology Football Club. And of course, looking to fight their way out of that battle of relegation are UWC. So a lot on the cards for both of these two sides. 3 points are so valuable for TUT, but of course that 1 point for UWC will be on the back of their minds as we get things back underway. Upfield we go. That's a lovely ball, managing to find Chela into the box. The goalkeeper tries to make herself big. A little bit of a miscommunication in the area gives UWC an opportunity to launch the attack through Maloro. Back to where it came from. O'Malley. Upfield, onto the head. Trying to find the touch. Unfortunately, nothing to it. Ten minutes left in this game. Which side is going to have the better of the two finishes? Of course, it's 5th placed TUT up against 12th place UWC. Toe to toe at the moment. Only the 1 goal separating the two sides. UWC have made their fair share of substitutes, trying to keep things fresh at the moment. Njambame as well as Mkwanazi and Nokala on the park at the moment. Number 18, 9 and 14, trying to keep things fresh. And of course for TUT, Kambule, the number 14 on the park, looking to create her impact on this game. As we enter the 80th minute, 10 minutes left in this encounter. We haven't seen a goal for the last 75 minutes. Both of the two defenses coming to the party late on in this game. As Magama on the head it goes, trying to get in behind the defenses. O'Malley's on top of it. Uses her strength just to guide that one out, and does really well to do so. Takes it quickly there, does Ngobo. As UWC go in search of that goal, the leveler in this game. Lovely cut back there from Simaile. The execution just wasn't on. It was a good idea there, just trying to find Maloro up top. What do we have here? Looks like ball to UWC here at the moment. And might well be a substitution being made here as well. TUT now just trying to close the game off. They've done what they've had to do. They've got the goal that they would have wanted. And now for the next 9.5 minutes, or 8.5 minutes rather, can they close the game off as Chela looks to get it into the box. Lovely strength being shown once again from the defenders of UWC. The physicality in this game has been really impressive so far, as both of these sides trying to target each other at the back with strength and physicality. Lovely touch in the middle of the park, knocking around really nicely on UWC at the moment. Chela, upfield it goes, tries to get it into the 18 area. On the boot it goes, clearing her lines does Manengela. Never say never in the sport of ours. As Manengela tries to steal some ground there, gets asked to take it back as Simaile. Upfield. Lovely ball. Just trying to use it, does Njambame. Oh, that's a lovely ball now for Maloro. Can she get on to the end of that one? But it's really well defended by TUT at the back, who look to try and get an outlet of their own, unsuccessfully so there from UWC. And ball being given back to the home side from Cape Town. Simaile. Just can't quite pinpoint that throw at the moment. Lovely header into the middle of the park, trying to fight for it. TUT at the moment. They've shown good strength in this game, but that early goal so important. As Ngobo tries to clear the lines, gets it up about as high as the halfway line. Six minutes left in this game. Can either of these two sides pull the cat out of the bag? UWC need to get themselves back within drawing distance and try and steal a point, as we see a collision in midfield. It's a head knock there from the two players, and straight onto the park come the physicians. Of course, no malice, both players going for the ball. Looks like from a UWC, it's Maloro that's on the floor, the number 11, who's had a really good game so far. Just catching that one to the back of the head. And Lithuania Maloro will look to try and shake this one off. She's up and sitting. Just a little bit of a shock to the back of the head, it might have been. The medics have done their job. They've got onto the field. They've got both players back up and running, it seems. The Magic Ice doing the job here for both of these two sides as they try and get back onto the park. Number 8 on the park here for TUT, and it looks like Ramana. She's back off the park. I don't know if the substitution was fully completed. You can see there, bottom right of screen, she's trying to get away onto the park. Good ball out to the far post. And just managing to get a thigh onto the end of that one. Not managing to get enough. The goalkeeper found herself in no man's land at Tandega Ngobo. And TUT trying to finish this game off here in the last 5. TUT just being asked to start outside of the box. As Ngobo into the middle of the park. Gets a head onto that one. Can they close this game out? It looks like exactly what they want to do here at TUT. As the physicality does not stop in this game. Just trying to get away. The number 5 for UWC seems to have made a way onto the park. It looks like Tiffany Kortke. Far post, tries to get a head onto that one and only manages to foul the defender. They really have come in hot here, have TUT. They've come in with aggression, they've come in with attacking prowess, and they really have tried to bully the defense of a UWC as much as possible in this game. UWC up to the task as we see O'Malley. Gets it out wide, lovely touch. Communication not quite there for UWC as the skipper, Magama, puts it on to the head. Lots of trouble here at the moment as Nkadi Meng, who's held the midfield really well at the moment here for her side. The number 25 rather from TUT, holding that central defensive midfield position. On the ball at the moment, she'll want to get this into the box and create some trouble. There's plenty of blue shirts in the box at the moment. As Nkadi Meng puts it in, needed to get it a little bit higher up the field. As TUT have another opportunity. Lovely footwork. Manages to beat a couple of defenders as she tries to get back the ball. Back out it goes there from Nzolo. It's a lovely ball, even better defensive clearance there from the number 14, Nokala. Good turn. Opportunity now to draw the game up. There's plenty of space on the right-hand side. Doesn't quite manage to find her teammate. Plenty of time left in this game, a little bit plus stoppage as we see going forward down Senyati, the number 11 who's made her way onto the park. Gorki trying to find a way out of trouble, bringing some fresh legs to the party. She might have to get right onto the back of this one. Skorski once again looks for the pass, and offside is the call. It was a glorious position there. You can see the linesman had the thought, and unfortunately Mjambame gets in front of the defense, illegally so, says the linesman. But UWC once again threatening in this game. They look like they want to go forward. They look like they want to test the goalkeeper, Tando Sitole, the number 20. But they just haven't quite managed to execute. 4 minutes of stoppage time will be the call here from our fourth official on the near side. Aschele. Upfield, it's a lovely throw, even better throw in. Chele goes up top. They're gaining ground at the moment, or TUT, and they won't be too disappointed at the moment. They're gaining ground, running the clock down. As Chele this time decides to go short. She's an option once again as UWC, no-nonsense clearance, trying to play the game inside the TUT half as much as possible. TUT just trying to slow it down. Manages to find Ramane. Made her way onto the park here, did Ramana. Mohaji Ramana. The forward who will hopefully bring some attacking prowess to this TUT side and get them their second goal in this game, their 30th, hopefully, of the competition. As in search of their first one of the game and the 19th of the competition go UWC. Trying to find some space. A high boot is the call there. And indeed so, just trying to catch that one in the air. This is the last real opportunity here for the home side. They'll commit numbers forward. They need to get whatever points they can in this league. Of course, it's the Hollywoodbets Super League, the premier division of women's football. And of course, the premier division of African football here. What's the plan? Is she going to go for goal? We saw a good shot here from Ndlovu, who... I'm not sure where Ndlovu is at the moment. She might have been substituted as the captain decides to take matters into her own hands, does Magama. Unfortunately, just didn't have the venom to get past it all. O'Malley puts it onto the head. Allows the girls in yellow to launch another attack. Trouble here for TUT. They need to get this ball under control. They're just struggling with that at the moment. Plenty of pressure being applied, but luckily Ngobo managing to get herself up to the ball and clear her lines, looking to launch another attack. It's a lovely touch. And making absolutely no mistake as UWC looking to launch another attack forward here. Manangela. What can they do with this as Manangela? Lovely 1-2 into space, and this is beautiful. It's looking good as Manangela back on it. Can she get a late winner? Nothing to it, says the referee. She's still on the floor, but they're still in possession. And now referee Gaia says that the ball will go in the opposite direction. Manangela had some good control inside the box. And that's all she wrote here on game number 190. TUT managed to take a victory in this game. They take their 11th victory of the competition. And unfortunately, UWC losing for the 6th time in this competition. Their run of form, unfortunately, dipping down. They've drawn 3 of their last 5 games. They've lost just the one and managed to get a victory against a First Touch. But this now confirmation of the score, their second loss in the last 4 games here, right here at home. The last time they lost 2-0 against the University of Fort Hare. So not coming out as well against some of the university sides, but talking about university sides, TUT managing to get another victory. They've won 3 of their last 6 games, just the 2 draws and that 1 loss, 4-2 at home to UJ, the powerhouses from Auckland Park. As they carry on charging forward here. It was a good game between these 2 sides. An early goal from TUT sealed it for them. And they managed to keep this game going. 15 fouls to 14. TUT committing more of the fouls and just showing their aggressive dominance. 7 corners to UWC. That's normally how you can see if a side dominated or not. Of course, these are the second half stats. Offsides, just the 1 offside. Shots on target, 6 shots on target to TUT, making sure that they keep the goalkeeper of Tandega Ngobo in check. And of course, a 4 yellow. And of course, 4 substitutions there for UWC, trying to keep things as fresh as possible. TUT managing to get themselves plenty of yellow cards. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolutely fantastic game. I've been your commentator, Emmanuel Sechale, and this has been the Hollywoodbets Super League. TUT managing to go away from home and take the game 1-0. Don't go too far away. We'll see you same time, same place, and next time right here